back for the rabbits.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. To throw, Mayfield. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
on third down. Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give. This is Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. Stafford. And he'll look downfield for Waller. He's got a man. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Williams now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. After the sack on first down, Mayfield under pressure, and they got to him again. Foyesade Aluakin in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield now. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Stafford here. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing again at Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now it's the backup, Mariota. He'll look downfield for Waller. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, Stafford. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Stafford. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rolling to his... And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Harrison Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Stafford's throw taken in by Grant. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off a play action. Here's Stafford. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Breaks through the contact. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To the air again, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 7 that time, second goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Matthew Stafford keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Play action now. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Mayfield. And that is incomplete here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Browns 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Grant. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Stafford on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Riley Harrison. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Stafford going to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, it's Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Las Vegas, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau